Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here. Update 2.17 has dropped, and we are filming a series of videos in which this is one of all the new content. So these serve as a little bit of a sneak preview if you want to see what you have to look forward to. Currently, all this stuff is unreleased and unobtainable.
Okay. So what we've got here is Classic Scorpion. He's got 1400 base damage, 1200 base health, so a little bit unbalanced towards the attack. Based on his sellback price, he's going to cost 491,000 per promotion.
Yeah. And his ability is Fire of Hell, which means that he summons Fire of Hell around him when he tags in for 10 seconds. And it says it reflects half the special damage, and it deals burning damage for 6 seconds. And he's immune to fire himself, which seems like all around not like super great.
Yeah, because for 10 seconds, you have to... I guess he could make a decent tank if you're going to try to tag him in to eat somebody special.
He makes a decent tank if you're good at planning that sort of thing.
But even reflecting, what was it, 50%? That's not enough. He's still going to take a big chunk of the damage. It's not...
Yeah, he's still going to die. It's going to whack somebody else in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually, in my mind, just being immune to fire damage, but reflecting a small amount. I'd actually rather he took less special damage.
Yeah, because then he's actually useful as a tank. The problem is, when you reflect 50%, all of a sudden you want him to take specials, but he's not actually well equipped to take them. And then as soon as you start gearing him up to take less special damage, his reflection becomes less and less useful.
Yeah. So because of that, he's geared sort of not really to take advantage of his passive, because yeah, he's using his Netherrealm Kalma to get the advantage of the third ability. But I guess I'm getting to the point where I think, listen, I get it. NetherRealm is making this game with Warner Brothers,
yeah.
So Mortal Kombat and all that. But I think there's just too many Scorpions already.
Mm-hmm.
We did not need a third Scorpion,
especially one that's underwhelming given like the other new content.
Now, what I like about him though is that his second special is actually like the original Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, where it's actually come here. He throws the
hook.
With dart with the rope, yanks him here,
yeah.
And then does a big uppercut, right? But I'm still on the fence about what he can actually do. He's not particularly good. I never liked him as far as his rhythm compared to other guys, just because he seemed relatively slow. Now he's not bad as far as if he survives this, he's not bad for durability, because this is the first time we've geared somebody with life drain was not bad. All right, so decent. I mean, he felt a little soft with the life drain. He recovered a huge chunk of health.
Yeah, so I think the main problem is he's not great as a tank by himself, and you can't just have the reflection of special damage just kind of act passively and just have it happen when it happens, because you almost have to plan it a little bit because of the fact that it's only for 10 seconds.
Yeah, so unlike a lot of other golds that have really good passives, I think Scorpion, it'll be hard to try to exploit it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think it's more just playing him as an overall kind of balanced, do what you want with him, not that he's got some sort of little nugget of ability that's really, really good.
And that makes him harder to use in online multiplayer, because those little passives are how you kind of squirrel away extra power that the game can't track, right?
Right, little advantages.
Yeah. So, being able to take advantage of a passive to make somebody really overpowered is one thing, like when you use Batgirl, right? And you gear her up for the insane splash damage and having her special ones be like killer. But there's also just little stats, little stats here and there that you can kind of tack onto your guy that that they won't be able to kind of stop you from getting at, right? They won't be able to match you with people who are better because you've added those little stuff in. So the special, the passives in some way feel like a little kind of cheat.
Well, it's part of where the strategy comes in, right? Because if you've got a really good passive, then you plan your team around it, and you plan your gears around it, and you plan how you tag in and out. It sort of informs all of the strategy. if it's good passive at least.
Well, because stats are important in two places, which is the matchups that you get, and the other time that stats are important is when you're at the top of your game, right? When there aren't people who are like worse, like, or there aren't people who have better like stats than you, and then if you do health and damage augment, you basically have like top stat characters.
So I ate that special 2 intentionally, like without blocking, to see what it would do, and.
Not much.
We took
underwhelming.
We took a lot of damage, and he took a little bit. Yeah, and because all the skins for the Scorpions look very similar, there wasn't really much to that.
Yeah, I think they just really, when they say classic, they just went back to basics, which is like cool. It's a nice nod, but
it would have been a nicer nod if this was the first Scorpion, right? Not the third.
I feel like would have been interesting was like Sub-Zero or somebody else.
Oh yeah,
but I guess that would be probably more work because
he's a different look, right? Different movement pattern.
Yeah,
with a slide along and throwing the ice.
For sure, but even if you just had even if you had a Sub-Zero skin Scorpion, I would have been okay with it.
Alright, so it does gets a little bit of health back. We let Solomon Grundy eat the special, unless we can finish him off here. Nice.
Never mind.
So decent, not great. He's going to be available, it looks like, in the challenge, because whenever it says booster pack on the back, it means it's going to be challenge as opposed to MP season online.
Yeah.
And so that is some more new content on update 2.17.
Yeah, unfortunately, probably the worst of update 2.17, but I think that speaks well of the update that this is actually the least interesting part.
I'd have to agree with you there. Out of the 5 new characters we've seen, that's probably the worst.
So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Komoda.